one knew the day she arrived, nor her name. She just appeared at the edge of the village, silent and tall. Her backside was so large that people stopped and stared. So they gave her a name, Nwanyi Otele Ukwu. Nwanyi Otele Ukwu settled comfortably in the village. She built a small hut near the forest. No family came with her, no past followed her. The ground shook when she walked. At night, strange songs floated from her home. The wind carried her laughter. Gradually, Nwanyi Otele Ukwu took over the village. Men were the first to change. They walked past their homes without greeting their wives. Their eyes followed her shadow. They began to forget their children's names. All they remembered was her call. Men fetched water for her. They swept her yard and washed her clothes. They even fought each other for the chance to serve her. They laughed like children and cried like babies. Sense left their minds. Ada noticed the silence in her home. Her husband no longer returned at night. Her firewood rotted where it lay. She watched other women cry the same tears. Fear turned into anger. Ada gathered courage in her chest. She spoke to the women with fire in her voice. "This is not normal," she said. "That woman have done something to her husband and sons. We won't keep quiet. We will have to fight before things get out of hand." Something dark had entered the village, another woman said, and it wore a woman's body. "We need to fight and chase it away from our land." Ada and the village women walked to Nwanyi Otele Ukwu's hut. The air grew heavy with each step. The ground felt alive. Nwanyi Otele Ukwu smiled without warmth. Her eyes shone like deep water. "Leave our men," Ada said. Her voice shook but did not break. "This village is not yours." Nwanyi Otele Ukwu laughed. The sound bent the air around them. The women attacked her together. They shouted and threw stones. Their pain pushed them forward. But Nwanyi Otele Ukwu didn't move. She stood stiff with her eyes closed. She clapped her hands. With one clap of her hands, they fell. Sleep swallowed them whole. When Ada woke, the sun was high. Shame burned her heart. The women had failed. Nwanyi Otele Ukwu grew stronger that day. Even the king could not resist her pull. His crown gathered dust. His throne stood lonely. He carried firewood on his head. He waited for her approval like a boy. The village broke apart. Farms died. Children cried alone. Night came early with hunger. Nwanyi Otele Ukwu sat in power, smiling. Ada did not give up. She visited her friend, Mama Udo, to discuss her plans. They agreed to visit a seer outside the village. They agreed to set off for their journey the next day came. They set off very early in the morning. When the seer saw them, he knew exactly why they came. "She is evil," he shouted. "She has come to your land for revenge." "Revenge?" Ada asked. "Yes, revenge," the seer continued. "Years ago, she was accused of killing her husband and child and was banished from the land. She was innocent. Her husband and child died of natural causes, but she was accused of being a witch and killing her family. The king banished her and she died in the forest. Now she's back for revenge, and she has vowed to wipe out all the men in your land." "Wise one, please, what are we going to do?" Ada asked. "Call her by her name, Ulaga. When next you confront her," the seer said. "This is not going to be an easy battle. She is a very strong spirit because she is seeking revenge. So if you know that your hands are not clean from human blood, do not attempt to fight her, else she will kill you. So set your heart. If you have ever killed anyone before, do not embark on this journey." Ada paused for a moment. Fear filled her eyes. Is there no other way, wise one?" she stammered. Mama Udo looked at her with a suspicious look. "I will do it, wise one," Mama Udo cut in. "My hands are clean from human blood." "Very well then," the seer said. "Stretch your hands." He gave Mama Udo a small mirror. "When you confront her, call her name, Ulaga, 3 times and show her this mirror. She will disappear and your land will be free." "Thank you very much, wise one," Mama Udo said. The village women gathered once again. Now under the leadership of Mama Udo, they marched to Nwanyi Otele Ukwu's hut. She sat in front of her hut as usual. The men were still running errands for her while she commanded them. The ground cracked. Nwanyi Otele, Mama Odo screamed as she moved closer. Today is your last day. You have tortured our men enough. Ha ha ha, Nwanyi Otele laughed as she stood up. So, you weak women have returned. I made you sleep for just a few hours the last time, but today I will make you sleep forever, she shouted in a strange voice with her eyes glowing in anger. No, Mama Odo shouted. You are the one that will go to sleep forever today. Leave our land. Nwanyi Otele clapped her hands and the other women fell down and fell asleep, but Mama Odo stood strong. Ulaga, 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 she shouted. The ground shook. Nwanyi Otele staggered. How dare you, she screamed in anger. Mama Odo stretched her hands and showed her the mirror. She screamed in pain as a very bright glow came out of the mirror. She fell on the floor and vanished. We did it, Mama Odo shouted. She awoke the other women. Their men came back to their senses and they all went home. Children ran to their mothers. The king wept openly. He removed his crown and knelt. The village healed slowly. Trust was rebuilt. Hunger faded, but memory stayed. Mama Odo became a quiet leader. She taught strength without noise. People listened. The king ruled with humility. Power no longer blinded him. He remembered his shame. Stories of Nwanyi Otele were told to children, not with fear, but warning. They learnt wisdom.